going on, everyone? So yesterday, the Los Angeles Lakers had a huge win against the Milwaukee Bucks with no LeBron James. This was very much needed in an environment that was a playoff environment. There was multiple times in this game where it looked completely dead in the water. The refs were that game should have never even went in overtime. D'Angelo Russell ends up getting hit in the face. They don't call the foul, but they call it out. Then they change the call. My whole thing is if you're going to review stuff, why can't we get it right? Right? Reward the team for getting the challenge right. Hey, you know what? You're right. It was off of D'Lo, but hey, there was a foul that we missed that we should have called. If we're reviewing stuff to get the call correct, then get the call correct. Because D'Lo should have been at the foul line. There should have never been overtime. Should have been a game for the Lakers that the Lakers won. But nonetheless, they still dug deep, pulled it out. A lot of minutes and a lot of heavy just weight on those legs. So you got a game today against the Memphis Grizzlies. You cannot afford to win such a big game that you shouldn't have won, quote unquote, right? Given you're on the road, no LeBron, right? Team's up 19 early. You just look completely out of sync. Guys can't hit shots. You guys are really struggling, right? All signs pointed to you losing that game. There's no reason for you to have won that game, and you won it. That's great. That gives us a real opportunity here to gain some stride in the standings, right? You saw Phoenix blow it the other night, right? Sacramento lose it, right? You're starting to see teams kind of help the Lakers. The Lakers, if they do their job and they play the right way, I keep saying it, I'm going to keep saying it, right? If they handle their business, they're going to overtake somebody. Phoenix has got an absolute brutal schedule, right? A lot of these teams play each other multiple times. The Pelicans even lost. Although Pelicans, I think, is going to be it would take an epic collapse for the Pelicans. But point being, somebody is going to fall. Maybe you get lucky. Maybe it's even two teams. Now you're the 7th seed. Who knows? The 6th seed, is it possible? Sure. It's just there's a lot of dominoes that have to kind of fall into place for the Lakers to get that far up. But the 8th seed is very doable. But they got to play their part. They got to play their role. They have to win these games, especially these games that they're supposed to win, like a Grizzly game, right? We won the Milwaukee game. You can't now look at that and go, okay, well, we got that game, so this game isn't as important. No, every game matters. Every game is important. Every game is significant, right? I even had this Milwaukee game as a loss, right? When we got to the last 13 games, there was 3 games that I said I thought the Lakers lose. The Milwaukee Bucks game, the second Indiana Pacers game, and then one of the Cleveland Cavaliers and Minnesota Timberwolves game, right? But in the same breath, what have I kept saying? I don't care what I think is going to happen. Prove me wrong, right? I am always going to stand strong and say, hey, I am very thankful to be wrong when it benefits the Lakers, right? I just looked at it as hey, LeBron might sit, first game of back-to-back. It's just kind of the trend with the Lakers, which I know some people aren't super thrilled with, but I've talked about it and I've highlighted that I actually think that that's the best course of action for this Lakers team because they've shown that they can kind of step up and rise up without LeBron James. We're not better without LeBron, but we're a team that can, for a game or several or a stretch, kind of use by committee with the pieces because we do have the pieces that make sense to kind of offset the things that LeBron provides. But we're not better without LeBron. However, right, this team has shown that they can pick it up a little bit and they can actually be better on any given night without LeBron. So I was okay, rest him for that game. You could lose that game even with LeBron. So you rest him that game, and now if you steal that win, like the Lakers did, well, now you look even better against Memphis, and now you need to go out and beat Memphis. Now, it's not going to be a automatic win, right? Any given night, any team can beat anybody. We see it all the time. But the Lakers play the right way and they do what they're supposed to do. They should be able to get that win. You cannot offset this huge win that you weren't supposed to get for a game that you should get and that you were supposed to get. This is the opportunity now to really start striking while the iron is hot. This is your moment and opportunity to go, okay, now we're on a 5-game win streak now. We're 9 games over 500. I've talked about how I could see the Lakers getting 10 games over 500. I think that they're going to have to win around 48 games, 47 games. Prove me wrong. all right, I'm all for it. If the Lakers win 50, win 50. Right? They win 49, win 49. I will gladly stand here and oh, you were wrong, Tyler. You drop like good. I'm glad. Right? Like these are the type of things that I want the Lakers to continue. Like I say, build habits, build the good habits, build the momentum. Right? If you were ever going to start building momentum into the postseason, this is it. Right? If we can win the rest of this month, which is very doable, right? Now you go into the month of April, right? You got 7 games left, and your first 2 games are against like the Washington Wizards. Like you could easily win all the way up until now. You got like that Memphis, that Minnesota game, that you got the Warriors. You got some tough, hard fought games coming up. The Pelicans. Right? If you could get into the month of April and be 9, 10, 11 games over 500, chef kiss. I mean that's perfect, right? Like now we're in position. If we finish the rest of March and we don't lose another game, which again, is it likely? Probably not, right? Teams lose games. I'm not saying the Lakers can't, or I don't believe that they can, but it's hard to win 7, 8, 9 games in a row. I know Houston's doing it, right? I've even said, like, why? If the Houston can do it, the Lakers can do it. The Lakers absolutely can do it. But also, you look at Houston's game, there's only, like, out of their 9-game win streak, there's, like, 4 games that they probably shouldn't have won, that they won. All the other games were, like, the Wizards, the Spurs a couple times, right? Like, the Wizards twice, right? Like, so, I'm not trying to take anything away from Houston, but, again, it's one thing when you're on a 9-game win streak against teams that are tanking, and a 9-game win streak against, 7 of the top 9 teams in the league. It's a big difference. Now, the Lakers do have a favorable schedule in which I do believe that they can do that. If they do, beautiful. Let's do it. Let's get it done. We'll see what happens with Anthony Davis. As of right now, he's the usual questionable, probable, but we'll see. Right? LeBron James is supposed to play. We need everyone to play. Anthony Davis is dealing with a knee injury. My guess, they'll kind of feel him out, see how you feeling? How is it? Is it good? You have any struggles? Like, how's the weight? Like, because he did play the rest of the game, so that's good. And he was impactful. He wasn't just kind of standing out there, right? Like, he was moving well. He was blocking shots, playing defense, rebounding. He was doing the things necessary to do. Well, then my guess is that they'll meet with the doctor. He'll see how he feels. If he's good to go, Anthony Davis has done an exceptional job of getting out there and going. My problem is if we don't have Anthony Davis, the likelihood of us losing is huge. I know we've won the game against Boston without them, but that to me was more about Boston just kind of shooting themselves in the foot rather than the Lakers just going out and dominating. I mean, Boston literally shot themselves out of that game. Right? We've lost pretty much every other game without Anthony Davis. Why? Because teams have actually played the right way and been aggressive and attacked the rim because they know, the Lakers don't have any rim protection. So, can we beat Memphis without Anthony Davis? Yes. It's really tough. Guys are really going to have to step up. Again, Austin Reeves was spectacular yesterday. Defensively even. I really liked his defense on Damian Lillard. Right? There was a couple moments that Damian Lillard, better offense than defense. You live with that. You tap Reeves on the head and you go, hey, man, that's the defense I want to see you play. I love that. Right? This team rallied together, getting D'Lo excellent in that third, turned it on, saved us in that third, passed the torch to Austin Reeves and Anthony Davis. They took over in that fourth. Again, that game should have been over. D'Lo should have been to the foul line, knocking down 2 free throws, giving us the lead. Game never goes in overtime. Fortunately, it did. Double overtime at that. I'll take the win. But we're going to need guys to pick it up. We're going to need guys to rally together. Jackson Hayes, right? If he's got to go big minutes, this would be a good opportunity to see Harry Giles. I'm not saying he's out, but I would be prepared and brace for it. We cannot afford to offset yesterday by losing today. We cannot do it. Lakers need to get the job done, get the win. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? Think the Lakers get the W tonight? Think KD plays? What did you think of yesterday's game and performance? Hopefully we keep this momentum. Keep building it. But Anyway, again, love to hear your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.